Welcome back to Mint, where we explore the world of personal finance, simplifying it and making it relatable for you. Whether you're looking to earn, spend, save or invest, we've got you covered. All over the world, a smile is the universal language for happiness. But for millions of Kenyans, their smile can cost a fortune. Dental treatment is expensive in Kenya and can range from 2,000 to 100,000 Kenya shillings for a routine dental procedure. Many people fear the cost of these services, but there are ways to go around this. This week on Inside Hustle, we speak to Dr. Chegembiu, a dentist and health economist, to examine some procedures and the factors that contribute to the high cost of dental healthcare.
Dental healthcare is one of the most expensive medical procedures globally. In Kenya, dental care costs mainly depend on whether you're visiting a public or private dentist and your mode of payment.
Dental treatment is relatively expensive considering our setup, being a third world country. The payment is two modes. Either they pay by cash or they pay through an insurer. So when it comes to an insurer, they pay for services that restore the main functions, which is eating, right? They pay for a disease process, majorly cavities or gum issue, right? Or surgeries. But when it comes to services that are to improve your smile, what you call cosmetic, insurances pull off, right? Or pull out from those services. So insurance would pay for an extraction, it would pay for a filling, it would pay for a root canal treatment, right? It would pay for the surgical removal of wisdom teeth, but it will not pay for bleaching, it will not pay for crowns and veneers to whiten, and it will not pay for braces, unless it's a very high level insurances, which we find with international companies.
Kenya is witnessing a growth in cosmetic dentistry. Boosted by higher disposable income, patients' demands have developed beyond simple mouth hygiene to elaborate beauty enhancement. One of the big current trends is the removal of stains. Stains, which are categorized under cosmetic dentistry, are of two types, internal and external. Removal of external stains at hospitals such as Mama Lucy Kibaki and Thika Level 5 or at any mid-level mission hospital like Sekijabe will cost between 3,000 and 5,000 shillings. Fixing internal stains might require bleaching, and this costs a pretty penny.
Bleaching is costly, all right? You will not get it in a public hospital. You may not even get it in a mission hospital. So mostly private providers are the ones who give bleaching. It is about 20,000, all right? 20 to 30, but give an average of 20, 25,000.
For moderate to severe stains, the teeth need to be covered by veneers. These are categorized into two: direct, which are applied directly to your teeth, and indirect veneers, which are fabricated outside the mouth by a lab technologist and then applied by the dentist to the teeth.
The direct veneers that we do on the chair, we generally call that procedure masking. It is a coat, right? It is a special form of polycarbon that you prepare the tooth, you coat the tooth, right? Then you dry it with UV light, right? On the chair. It can range between, again, 2,000 in a public hospital, 3,000 probably in a mission hospital to 3,500, and 4,000 all the way to around 8,000 in a private clinic. Indirect veneer are made of porcelain, and now we have come up with special materials called zirconia, because you'll find a veneer probably 25,000 to 30,000 per tooth. So that gets away from an average Kenyan.
Cost of implants is beyond the reach of an average Kenyan. Single implants cost between 90,000 and 150,000 shillings. As an alternative, one could opt for dentures or bridges, which are relatively affordable, as replacing a single tooth with a denture costs only about 2,000 shillings.
I have a responsibility to tell people that you can get dentures from a public hospital. A single tooth is probably 2,000 shillings. 3 teeth, 3,000, 3,500. If it is complete denture, meaning you don't have a single tooth, you can pay as much as 80,000 in a private hospital. But if you walk to Kenyatta Hospital or University of Nairobi Dental Hospital or Thika Level 5 or Nyeri or Kiambu, you'll have that denture at 6,000.
dental healthcare in Kenya remains relatively costly due to advancements in technology and expensive dental machines used. However, compared to other countries, the dentistry cost in Kenya is lower, and this has resulted in growth of dental tourism.
It is easier to do your dental treatment here than do it there. There, in some countries, especially the US, it is ridiculously expensive. So in terms of technology, the world has become a global village, and we are finding ourselves, it may not be distributed in all clinics, but there is no technology in dentistry that is in any country that is not here.
Despite the advancement in technology and the reducing cost of dental procedures, it is advisable to be keen on individual oral care, plus to ensure that you visit a dentist regularly.
Most important is brushing 2 times every day without fail, and avoiding detrimental habits like smoking, right? Taking a lot of black tea every day, black coffee every day, right? Other things that can stain, like turmeric, a lot of spicy food, often can stain them. Lipstick, once in a while is fine. But if being overzealous, that again stains the direct veneer.
Nyama choma has long been part of Kenya's identity. In the wider Nairobi area, nyama choma joints in places like Kamaki's and Ruiru Bypass are where friends and family gather to celebrate, and the city's love for meat truly comes alive. Travelers on the Nairobi-Nakuru highway have always stopped at Kikopey to enjoy some nyama choma before continuing on to their destinations. In recent years, a new trend has emerged: barbecuing. This is more than just roasting meat. It's a mix of patience, smoke, and flavor. At the center of this movement is Willie D, a grill master whose journey did not begin with instant success. Gradually, he has refined his craft, experimented, and mastered the balance between fire and flavor. What started as a hobby has transformed into an art form and a business. Here's his story. Meet Willie D, a self-taught pitmaster whose journey as a curious cook to a respectable pitmaster is as flavorful as the meat he serves. Every mastery, however, has a messy beginning. For Willie D, it wasn't a secret recipe or a secret sauce that started it all.
I live near Udhiru, so there's a lot of pork joints around there. You'd want pork, and you go to some pork joint there and they say pork choma. So I went like a couple of times. I'm like, this experience is not gelling, it's not vibing, it's not bringing. Until I find out pork choma is actually deep fried pork. I decided to experiment on my own. So I built a small grill. It was drum. So I took the drum and I cut it in half so it opened, put a chain and everything, put a rack. Then there's a place where you put your charcoal. Like about an hour and a half later, going to 2 hours later, I come and open like, now let me check. The chops had come out. I mean, you'd press them like this. They were like cardboard, literally. So I was like, okay, what have I not understood here in all this?
He could have stopped there, let the grill go cold, but something about the fire called him back. Trial after trial, mistake after mistake, and one day he got it right. From 2017 to 2020, he tested, experimented, and refined. Finally, the tables turned.
So for a while, up till 2020, this was all a passion. I mean, amongst a few of my friends and like my cousin and stuff, they'd be like, you do something over the weekend, we come. Yeah. So then Corona came. People didn't have anywhere to go. So first of all, I had space. So my friends were like, we come over in the afternoon and we can sit outside there and just have a drink. So cool. Then I'm like, I did some nyama over here. Let's have some. So they eat, they're like, oh man, this is really nice. I'm like, this is just something I've been doing, like a backyard cook. So I really didn't think it was all that initial. So it became, let's changa. And then we sent for Willie, he can buy meat and then do for us something. So when I had started to post some things on Facebook, a few of them, so they're like, how can you do that? Nyama looks so nice. No, you have to do something for us. So from there, one of them gave me my first quote unquote commercial work. So I did, my first big one was for like 40 packs, which was huge at that time. I was like, oh my God, now they don't have plates and I'm going to do this and that. And that should have been 2021. So I do for Audi Club, they were having some meeting. So I do that meet for them, and that made me, oh, I can actually do this. So a lot of confidence born out of this passion.
What started off as a need for quality choma became a hobby and grew into something bigger, a mastery. In the barbecue world, not all masters have the same title.
Grill pit doesn't really matter. It's just a source for heat. The name pit itself has a history, because a lot of times they used to cook in a lower than a below ground place. So it was a bit of a pit, and the fire would be there and blah, blah, blah. For lack of a better way to put it, pit master and grill master is more or less the same thing. For pit itself, it's more or less the same thing. You're controlling your place where you're cooking. So because I don't have a hole now, this is not a pit. Dragon is a smoker. So again, how do you refer to it? For me, it's just a term.
Like any artist, he has his instruments. Balerion, the slow cooking beast. Dragon, the fire breather. The open fire grill, where tradition meets flavor.
Valerian is the better known of my smokers. Valerian is named after the first mythical dragon to have been ridden by human beings in the Game of Thrones pantheon. Otherwise known Valerian the Black Dread. So initially I painted it black and everything. Man, this has given me a lot of good days.
Passion alone does not keep the fire burning. For many young people, the question is simple. Can pit mastery pay the bills?
Yes, it can pay the bills. Give you satisfaction, yes. Make you a millionaire, I don't think so. But it'll give you satisfaction. I mean, there's nothing as good as having people eating your food and they are really happy about it. And like as I said, after the Meetup Fest, when I see all these videos coming out, it's a total joy.
Start with what you have. It's a valuable lesson in business that Willie D's story highlights well. Instead of waiting to afford expensive smokers and grills, he improvised with a drum from his farming days, experimented and refined his flavors. And look at him now, creating unforgettable meat experiences. This wraps up today's episode of Mint, Money Made Simple, your essential guide to personal finance designed to help you make your money work smarter for you. For more information, visit Mint at mula.co.ke or tv47.digital. Stay safe and keep minting. Until next week, I'm Lydia Nyawera.